Hey, what's going on everybody? Jamie MacDonald back again with another little technique video for you. The previous technique video that I shared, it was showing you how to do this kind of a cool little custom black and white setting on your camera that allowed you to see in black and white on your camera, fire out a black and white JPEG, fast, fun, easy, cool way to share stuff. And speaking of sharing, that's what this next one is all about. On episode 11 of Mirrorless Minutes, which I will link below here, I spoke about something that I wanted to do this year. It's kind of like a resolution in a way. I'm not really big on New Year's resolutions, but this is one of those things I've been promising myself that I would do, and that is I want to get a little more active on Instagram. And this technique or little tip that I'm going to throw out here is going to be something that for me personally is going to make Instagramming a bit easier. I've shied away from Instagram as it relates to, my real cameras because I hated the fact that I'm out shooting and I'm like, man, this is cool. I want to share this on Instagram. And then I fire it over via the OI Share app and I'm stuck with having to crop my image. And I hate that because I didn't compose that shot thinking about cropping it into the square format. And it just dawned on me the other day, well, I can change the aspect ratio in my camera, so why the heck would I not do that? And it made me think even more, heck, why don't I just make up a my set so that I can shoot in square format, in black and white, or in an art filter, whatever I want to shoot in. And then that way, I've already, because I'm seeing it square in my camera, I'm already composing with the square format in mind. And I think it's going to make it a little more likely for me to start using Instagram. So for you people that are Instagram users out there and you don't feel like getting out the phone all the time to Instagram and you'd rather Instagram with quote-unquote real camera, I'm going to make some camera photographers a little upset, or phone photographers upset by saying that, but for me this is the heart and soul of photography. For me is this, and I want to be able to share what I'm creating with my heart and soul on Instagram more, and this is going to allow me to do it. So I'll stop babbling on and I'll show you how to go about doing this. So for those not familiar, my sets are a way for you to program into your Olympus camera a set of features or settings in your camera and have them accessible via a single button. And it's super easy to set up. So we'll go through that right now. Camera's turned off. I am turning it on now, and I have the live view display on the back so you can see what's going on. So let's just say I'm going to set this camera up. I'll do my favorite black and white setting in the 1:1 aspect ratio. So I'm going to go into my menu, and again, I apologize, this isn't probably the best way to do this, but I will try it this way. So, and I'm using the 12mm to film this, so it's probably pretty wide view here, but I will go into the menu. Okay, and I'm going to go down to image aspect, and I'm going to change it to 1:1. Okay, so there, I've got my aspect ratio set. So now if you look, you can see that it's square. By the way, I'm in aperture priority, and that's going to be how my set is set up. So I'll be in aperture priority. 1:1 aspect ratio is what I've got set now, and I'm going to go and I'm going to change my file type. I'm going to do RAW plus JPEG, and I'm going to do a large normal JPEG. So that's going to what's going to happen is I'm going to get a RAW file, and then I'm going to get the JPEG, which is going to be in monotone that I want to share with everybody on Instagram. So I've got it large, normal plus RAW, and now I'm going to go up to my picture mode, and I'm going to go down to custom. Top setting right there is picture mode. I'm going to set it to monotone, which it already is. And for me, again, this is like my little baked in way I like to do it. I like to bump the contrast up to the max, the sharpness up to the max. And I'll play around with the black and white filter. It's on orange right now because orange tends to, well, it says here it tends to look better for telephoto shots or things at a distance, but I find it actually looks good on people's skin indoors, which was the last setting I was using this in. But oftentimes, I'll have it set to red just because that seems to work best for landscapes for me. So I've got those settings in place, okay? So there we are, 1:1. Oops, I didn't apply that. Hold on here. Let me go back to my picture mode, and I will set it to my custom. There we go. So now, as you can see, we're in black and white, and we're in the square aspect ratio. And if I took this photo now, I'd get a JPEG and a RAW file. Now, let's assign that to a button so it's easily accessible to us. So again, we'll go into the menu, and it's under the top menu here, menu number 1. You can see right below card setup, it says reset or my set. We'll go into the my set 1. We're going to set it, and I'm going to set it, oh, hold on here. My set 1, we're going to set, we'll hit OK, yes. So now my set 1 is ready to be set up. Now we'll go down to our custom menu here and button and dial. And here we're going to choose a button function. I'm going to set function button number 1 to my set 1. There, my set 1, okay? Now it's all set up. Now, let me get out of aperture and we'll get into like manual. Okay, it's going to be crazy dark. But if I hit the function 1, it automatically put me into, it's hard to see here, but aperture priority mode. I'm in the square aspect ratio. Let's back out of this. We'll go manual mode. Let me reset all the settings for you so that you can really see that it worked. So we'll set the picture mode to vivid, aspect ratio 4:3. So there, now you can see lower left corner, we're in manual mode. We've got the full aspect ratio here, and it's not doing anything special, right? Now if I hit the function 1 button, instantly the 1:1 aspect ratio, we're in aperture priority mode, and we've got our custom black and white setting. So hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that was all in front of the camera while I was recording, because I can't see what on earth I'm doing when I'm trying to do this. I'm kind of leaning out of my chair. Probably looks ridiculous, but the point is I wanted to show you how easy it was to set up. It took me all of like 2 minutes to set it up. So now I can snap my photo, and then I can just beam it over via the OI Share app to my phone, shoot it out with Instagram, and I've got one that's already in the square format for Instagram, and it was composed with that in mind, and easy as pie. And the cool thing is you can do it with more than just, you know, that custom black and white setting that I use. You know, you could have it set so that you're shooting in an art filter that way, or whatever. It's kind of fun. It's one of those things where, again, for me, I'm hoping it changes my interaction with Instagram this year. I kind of want to do more with Instagram. It's the neglected social media outlet for me. So hopefully I see you on Instagram. Follow me on there if you can find me. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video, and I'm open to suggestions for anything that you might want to see a little input on, you know, maybe how I do things or how to do something you're not familiar with in your Olympus camera. So until the next minute, take care, and don't forget to tune into Mirrorless Minutes. Talk to you later. Bye.